right? Emphasize is, right? What happens when we don't make that distinction? Does that have consequences?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It has the kinds of consequences of like how you respond to the rain, and how I respond to the rain, right? It has something to do with the quality of my experience. And the quality of my experience is the thing that actually, when I think about it, is the thing that has me go, I'm having a good life, or I'm having a bad life, or a good day or a bad day.
Yeah.
It's the thing I most care about. In fact, it's impossible not to care about that, right? If you're a human being. So, but let's look at this example. Here's a box. Here's a box. Okay. So, are you seeing the box as if you're looking from underneath it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Can you see the box as if you're looking from above it? Like as if you're like kind of looking up from this angle? Everyone, look at the box.
I'm seeing it as though this side is closest.
Uh-huh. This side is closest?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And
What if this side was closest? And this side was farthest. This was the front, this was the back.
almost.
What if this one was the bottom and you're looking underneath it?
Which one's the bottom?
This right here. This is the bottom, right?
Oh, that's what I'm seeing. That
Yeah.
is the bottom.
Okay, cool. So now let's say this is the top. Can you see it? So it's like the top. Can you, in other words, can you have you been able to see it in different ways?
No, I'm still seeing it the same way. That's the bottom and that's the top.
So imagine,
Box
right?
deficient.
It's imagine like you're looking up at it like this, right? This corner, right, is the top, right? And then I would just open the box, right, like that. See?
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
I got that one.
Oh, you already had that one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So let's erase that.
This is just to make everyone else feel really smart
yes.
who's watching.
Yes, totally. So, and you saw this as the bottom. Like you're looking down up at it, right?
Oh, now I see.
See?
Yeah.
Oh. And as you're looking, I hope you can, let me see, can you see that? Yeah, that's clear.
So,
That's clear. I'm just going to zoom in really quick, just in case. See the box? Oops. That is your world. The point I'm making, what is the point that I'm making? That we're making? We call this the way it is, yet it changes based on what? You all saw it change. You can look at it from as if it's looking this way, or it can curve from you as you're looking this way, or from this way, or from underneath. It's the same what? It's the same given, right? But how it occurs for you changes, right? So how the world shows up for me is given not by what shows up, but something I'm giving to it. What is that I change that has the box change or the occurring view?
what is it that has the occurring view change?
Yeah, what did you change in yourself that had the box occur differently to you? That we normally call the way it is.
My focus.
Your focus, right? That speaks to it. What's another word you can use? In order to change your focus, right? So your focus is just something you do with your eyes. What had you change your focus?
My
Like,
thoughts.
so your thoughts, yeah, definitely. Uh-huh. Did you change your perspective? Yeah, totally. Perspective is one way of saying it. So there's a lot of different ways of saying it. But have you noticed, ever noticed how in a universe where the only constant, the only thing that's always going on and never changes is change. That people, and some of them may be the one that is listening to my voice, including the one speaking, have a million jobs but always seem to end up with the same boss. Or get married. I know somebody who was married 15 times, and it was after the 15th one that he realized that he'd married the same woman.
Oh, it took 15.
Yeah, and it wasn't until the 12th one till he figured out that maybe it wasn't them, right? Or do you notice how some people, no matter what the circumstances, they find a way to have it that they're not liked, or they're not seen, or they're not gotten, right? Or some people are more on the grandiose side of like they always occurs for them that everyone loves them, right? But if you notice, people do really have a consistent way that they see, if you know them, right? So now we're starting to get at what is it that we give to the given that determines the quality, right? So make sure you're able to see that, yeah, okay. So one way of saying it is you could say point of view. Right. That's one way you could say it. You could say your perspective. Right? You could also say how, if you want to be more active, like more verby about it, you could say how you see. Right? Or if you want to be more auditory about it, you could say you're listening. Right? People have a certain listening. Right? So all these things, it's interesting because if you really think about it, I can tie you up and I can take away every freedom you have. But the one thing I can't take away from you is how you see it.
Yeah. And how is how you see it different from your occurring view?
This is like, I would look at it like this. Like this is like the lens,
Yeah.
and this is the photo.
Okay.
Right? If you want to think about it in terms of a metaphor, this is the lens. So if you want to see it differently, we always have the freedom to change the lens.
Got it.
Right? Just like we change the perspective. I can literally like tie you up and yeah, a perfect example is Nelson Mandela, right? In prison. If he saw what prison is this way, he made, I don't know the exact story, but he enrolled all the guards and
Befriended them,
yes,
yeah.
he changed from within prison,
Yeah.
right? That was given by how he saw it, because what couldn't be prisoned is how he saw.
Yeah.
And how he saw was the difference that made the difference, right? It actually created an outcome that changed the world, right? Now, but what's interesting to me is that how come, like think about the people that you know really well. Think about your parents, your brothers and your sisters, the people that you know really well. Don't you kind of know who they're going to vote for? You kind of can predict. Like, there's certain things you just won't talk to your parents about because you already know what they're going to say, right? You kind of know what movies they're going to like and not like. You kind of know how they'll respond to the point you can almost mimic them. What is that you know about them that have you be able to know their consistent way of seeing, such that you know how a certain situation, like a movie or a president or something like that, will occur for them that will